Hey out there Akronites, welcome to Around Akron with Blue Green once again. Today is a bright and beautiful sunny day here in Akron, Ohio, and we're going to go to a mural on the south side of Akron with all kinds of pop and color on the back end of a laundromat. I'm also going to visit 7th Floor Clothing. Now remember when LeBron brought back the trophy to Ohio? He had a hat on. And that hat was made here in Akron, Ohio. It became one of the biggest selling hats in the world. And we're gonna see what that hat's all about. I sit down and talk with RunningDog. RunningDog runs shelter dogs at one-of-a-kind pets. Now, the purpose of this program is to get out and have fun, but it also makes the pets more adoptable so they can find their forever homes. Now, if you want to get out and do something this winter to shake off the wintertime blues in Akron, RunningDog may just be for you. Now to kick off this show, we're going to go talk to Life is Good No Matter What. Now this organization gives adults with cancer a break, a getaway, a day to spend with their friends and family and not have to worry about cancer. Now this is a great organization and they're located right here in Akron, Ohio. Let's go talk to Life is Good No Matter What and see what this organization is all about.
Let's have fun. You get one chance in this world. We need to live in the now and have no regrets, because we never know when we're gonna be walking and we start feeling sick and we start looking around and saying, like my sister said, I'll never forget this, I'm tired because I'm a mother of 3 kids. She went to the doctor about 6 months later and found out her hemoglobin was 5. She looked perfectly healthy, and 18 months later she was gone. 3 hepatic resections, a hepatic arterial infusion, 18 rounds of chemo. All that changes. When you get diagnosed with cancer, your entire life flips for the patient, their family, and friends. But I cannot prescribe a cure for cancer, but I'll be damned if I can't prescribe an escape for cancer. And that's why I've been put on this earth. Interesting story. Every new beginning has an interesting story. So Life is Good No Matter What, Blue, was my sister Holly's motto as she battled cancer for 18 months. My sister was 38 years old, and you find out when a loved one is diagnosed with cancer, it doesn't discriminate. She's 5'10", blonde hair, blue eyes, yellow house, picket fence, happily married, 3 kids. Goes into a doctor, next thing you know, she is diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. During that time, her motto was, life is good no matter what. She wanted to leave a legacy to her kids, to her friends, that, hey, no matter what struggle you have in life, life is to be celebrated now, like there's no tomorrow, and it's to be enjoyed. So Life is Good No Matter What was started because I promised my sister before she passed away that I would do something for people with cancer. And when a loved one is dying, you're going to tell them anything to keep them happy. And that was the truth. However, I knew in the back of my heart I always wanted to start something. I always wanted to do something for people with cancer. So I went around and I interviewed with a lot of different places, hospitals, cancer organizations, foundations, and they all said the same thing. Troy, we love your story. But everybody has a story just like you do. So why don't you go back to what you were doing before and just donate to our cause? So about 6 months after that, my friends and I were sitting down having a beer, and we talked about what I had promised my sister. And the truth be told, my friend came up and said, Troy, you've been talking about doing something in her honor. Let's start a charity. You've been talking about this for a long time. So what we did is we went around and started interviewing doctors and nurses and patients. And this is what we found. We found that while there's a ton of money to go into research for cancer, we're not there for a cure with cancer, not even close. But what doctors kept telling us is, Troy, I have these subset of patients here that medication won't help them, research will not help them. They don't have the money to go on a trip somewhere. They don't have the money or the resources to get away from cancer, to escape from cancer. And quite frankly, there's nothing out there for adults with advanced cancer, for adults with advanced cancer and their families. So Life is Good No Matter What has the mission to grant adults with advanced cancer and their loved ones an escape from their battle and their diagnosis through a cherished experience. And we've been around for 3 years. We're a 501c3 nonprofit growing very, very quickly. As you can imagine, with our mission, we have a huge supply. There's a lot of cancer out there. 555,000 people get diagnosed with cancer every year in the United States. 1,600 people die every single day in the United States with cancer. What we found is that we're not just giving an escape to the adult with advanced cancer, but also to their loved ones. And I thought about going through the journey with Holly, my sister, who was 39 when she passed away. And the only goal I had was to get my sister to remission. And when we realized we weren't there, maybe we could have looked back and said, hey, what if we had an opportunity to escape cancer? We tried. We went to a trip to Hilton Head the last time as a family and found out that her cancer came back in the middle of our trip. My sister never once got an escape. I'll never forget the look on her children's faces when they found out that she had cancer that came back. And I knew right there, it was right in front of me the entire time, in my job and everything, that adults with advanced cancer, they need an escape. They need to stop being labeled, and we need to give cancer a time out for them.
Next up, we're going to go to one-of-a-kind pets and talk to the Running Dog runners. That's right, they take rescue dogs, they run the dogs, and they repeat this process many, many times. Now, when you take a rescue dog and you run it, they're more calm. And when they're more calm, they're more easy to adopt. And a more easy to adopt dog is going to find a forever home. And that's what the whole goal is about. Let's go talk to Beverly Dillon at RunningDog and see what this thing is all about.
Whenever I helped one dog, that's when I knew that we could help a bunch of dogs. And we give them moments of happiness, and sometimes we help them find a forever home. So it's a wonderful thing. I got the idea whenever a friend of mine had brought a dog on one of our training runs. I was training for a half marathon, and the dog really distracted me from all of the miles that we were putting in. The miles flew by really quickly. So I had thought, well, I wonder if I could get paid to run dogs instead of being a dog walker. It could be a dog runner. So that was my initial thought process. So I thought, well, what better way to get more experience running dogs than to come to a rescue or a shelter and run their dogs. So I started at One of a Kind, running their dogs, and I found that running the rescue dogs captured my heart. That's where my passion grew, was running these rescue dogs. I saw how beneficial it was to them, and we've had a lot of success stories, some solid successes. And even if we keep a dog balanced just for a day, make them happy for an hour, that's a success. Well, this is a process that there's an emotional aspect. I mean, not many exercise programs have an emotional aspect, but this definitely does. We do get attached, but not as often as you'd think. I mean, we're performing a service for the dogs, and sometimes the dogs are aloof, and that could be just because they're they're new, maybe they're timid, but we do form some attachments with the dogs. So this is motivating. If you know that little Rex is here waiting for his run and you're really not feeling like it, well, that thought of Rex waiting for you can get you in here and get you up and moving. And this is great for, this is a time of the year where, seasonal depression can kick in for some people. And it's hard to get up and go out in this cold sometimes. So knowing that this dog is depending on you for his daily exercise session is motivating. It's motivating. And I don't know of anyone that leaves here in a worse mood than when they came in. a lot of the dogs that are here, they haven't had very good lives. Maybe they were abused, maybe they were neglected or forgotten. What we do for the dogs is wonderful. We are interacting with them and we are getting exercise as well. So it's a great motivating factor to get up off the couch, to come out, interact with the cats or interact with the dogs. Even if you're not going to run with us, or even if you don't want to walk a dog, we've got puppy mill dogs that crave human affection and they need to be socialized with humans. So come out and sit on a chair and pet a dog. And it's wonderful and it's enriching and you're doing a good thing for the dogs. This is sort of that instant gratification way of supporting our local charity. You know, whenever we register for local races, you know, part of our registration goes towards that charity, whether it's local or a national charity. Whenever you're running the dogs here at One of a Kind, it is instant gratification. You are, in that moment, helping the charity that you're supporting. So that's a great thing for runners. We love to support our causes and raise awareness for different events and charities. And this is a way of creating awareness, but also doing something while you are running. We have a Facebook page called RunningDog, and we have a Facebook group called RunningDog Runners. Now, the RunningDog Runners group page is fed exclusively by our runners. When they're done with the dog, they hopefully can catch some really cute pictures of themselves with the dogs, and then they give a brief description of how that dog handled. And this is a great resource for adopters and other runners so that they know what they're getting into whenever they run a dog. Is the dog good on a leash, not good on a leash, bolts after chipmunks or whatever. So you can find us on Facebook at a couple different pages, and then again, you can always contact One of a Kind Pet Rescue to get more information about the program.
Next up, I had the pleasure of sitting down with 7th Floor Clothing and talking about the hat. That's right, the hat that LeBron James wore. Now, when he wore this hat took off like wildfire, and it is one of the biggest selling hats in the world, made right here in Akron, Ohio at 7th Floor Clothing. Let's go talk to these guys and see what 7th Floor Clothing is all about.
The hat, this is the most famous hat sold around the world to this day currently. We had some help from another Akronite, LeBron James. He wore our hat, and ever since then we have took new heights in business and in whatever you could think of. And this hat sold literally all around the world. When we're sleeping, this hat's selling. We can't be any more happier about that. But the hat was an idea that my business partner Preston came up with, and we merged and we brought it to life, and man, sky's the limit. Man, it's not even just LeBron anymore. It's Drum, it's Wiz Khalifa, DJ Stephen King down in Columbus. Shout out to DJ Mr. King too. It's just a little bit of everybody has this hat now. The whole Cleveland Cavs, they have it. But to see our hat on TV, well, first we seen it on Instagram.
So we were sitting there eating lunch, and he shows me a screenshot of LeBron with the hat on.
So I passed Preston my phone. He's like, that's not real. I mean, like 2-3 minutes later, LeBron posts it again on his Facebook. So he has on Instagram. 2 pictures on Instagram.
And I had to actually go on Instagram from my phone and go on LeBron's Instagram, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's got the hat on. So, you know, after that, it was just crazy sales. PayPal just went bananas, did crazy numbers. The first day was like crazy numbers. We had hats, orders up to here. It was crazy.
I get chuckles. I get a good feeling time I see it on TV. It's been on Complex, Bleacher Report, ESPN, just a little bit of everywhere. That just had literally went viral. So thank you, LeBron. Thank you. Thank you, thank you guys for winning, the cast for winning. Because we actually had shirts, championship shirts pressed and ready to go. So we believe. We're strong believers in Cleveland Cavaliers and what's going on, especially LeBron, because he's from here. He's from here. He knows what goes on here, and for him to do that, it just absolutely means a lot to us. It means a lot to us.
So it just went from us being a fan, just like how we're a fan of LeBron, doing something, and it actually turned into business. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, for the kid that's drawing, that's you know, just dreaming about you know, taking their artwork to the next level, I say, just keep going. You know, don't get discouraged. You know, and if it's something you like to do and it's something you're good at, just keep pushing, and it's gonna happen. Eventually, you know, things will fall into place, and you know, you might have loved ones that's even close to you that you know, they might doubt what you're doing, or you know, they might try to discourage you, but you just gotta keep it in your mind that you're gonna be successful, and you always gotta pray. Just gotta make sure you pray every day, and you know, that's one of the main things we do every day. We say a prayer before we even get started working, and that's been one of the keys to our success.
Being an entrepreneur is by far one of the scariest things I've ever done, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. You have your downs. You have your downs. Sometimes you feel like you're not even going to want to get back up. It is a must. It is mandatory that you get back up. You face your fear head on. Was it false evidence appearing real? That's fear. So once you realize that, and you bottle that up and you move forward, you add God to the mix, and there's virtually nothing you can't do. 7-Forward Clothing. We both had companies before this, and we do well. We do well. I have nothing but God to thank for that, because I have a saying: live your dreams, but follow your vision. The vision came from God. So if you always keep that formula, there's virtually nothing you can't do.
We're on the south side of Akron now at the Downtown Laundromat. Now, I know that Akron, Ohio can be a little bit depressing in the wintertime. It's gray, it's bland, but we got pops of color like this all over Akron, thanks to muralists like the Bomb Brigade. We're gonna sit down with two members of the Bomb Brigade and talk about this mural right here and see what this thing's all about.
I grew up in Akron, was an undergrad in Akron, graduate school in Akron, and my goal always from the very beginning was to stick around and make cool things happen in Akron, which I'm getting the opportunity to do through this project. For me, it's just a way for the community to kind of feel proud of where they're from, to hold their heads up a little bit higher. People ask them where they're from, they're like, I'm from Akron, the mural capital of the world. So that's what it means to me, it's just kind of giving pride and some artistic juice flow through the streets of Akron.
The combination of that natural with the architectural elements of Akron, that it is. For as much as urban as Akron is, we still have a lot of green space. I mean, even right now we're surrounded by it. You know, we have warehouses and woods right here. And that's kind of Akron. You know, you go 5 minutes one direction, you're in the metro parks. But so I wanted to bring in the elements of the city and the wildlife, the foliage, but also kind of a reference to our industrial history. I worked in some of the kind of cog wheel shapes that also mimic the shape of the skyline, and then that mirrors kind of the mandala geometric flowers that eventually turn into the natural organic flowers. because I see Akron as all of those things at the same time. So that's what we did here.
Well, the Art Bomb Brigade to me is just a really wonderful opportunity to do what I really want to do, which is make my stamp on Akron. I love this city and I want to stay in this city, and it's just a nice way to, how do I say this, put a little bit of my blood, sweat, and tears into the city. So that's what it means to me.
The Art Bomb Brigade is a collective group with the similar interest of getting public art through urban neighborhoods, with the chance to brighten, revitalize, and rejuvenate urban neighborhoods. Clean and Bright, we're looking for a way to address our goals with the project, with Art Bomb in general, of rejuvenation and bringing new life into less fortunate areas. You know, that clean and bright morning, fresh start, a rebirth of the city through public art and community involvement. I wanted to bring in some of the surrounding Metro Park's wildlife and foliage, and then just kind of a celebratory, bright color palette into a neighborhood that doesn't really see that on a daily basis, with an idea of just promoting positive attitudes and, you know, a happier community that wants to be out in the neighborhood. While we were working on the project, I really saw that already happening. The neighborhood would come and watch us paint. They would volunteer to help us paint.
Seeing the kids working so hard, there was an amazing group of children, I don't want to say children, they were adults, young adults, and they were kicking it. They were just working hard. It was hot out, it was humid, Akron, but they were just killing it. That was really cool to see, but for me, really, aside from having that engagement with the kids, it was the first time I saw Matt's designs, because the amazing part is he was in France, we were here. We were facilitating this all through like Messenger on Facebook and emails. So I'm sending him photos of the thing and he's sending me back these amazing renderings of things he's never even seen before.
I think I was fortunate that my first view was through photographs, so everything was a little diminished. Even the graffiti on it, or the overgrowth of the unkept property, it wasn't as daunting as it could have been, which was probably good because it left me unintimidated to just dive into the project. And I already had the whole thing designed and planned before I actually ever stepped foot on site. And it was a monster, and it was dirty, and it was overgrown, and the field in front of it was basically just a trash heap of drug paraphernalia and empty 40 bottles and liquor bottles. But the city was great. They came out, cleaned everything up, and with one coat of primer, we had a beautiful white wall to start working on, and it was just really smooth sailing the whole time.
So as far as our murals go, check out this one. Obviously, we're here at 1035 South Main Street, downtown Laundromat. And then we have one at Chill, which is 21 Maiden Street, over back by Musica and Urban Eats. There's a little alleyway. And then we have one at the Akron Sustainer, which is over at the new Cascade Lofts, over by the Cascade Metro Parks.
Thank you for watching yet another episode of Around Akron with Blue Green. Now, for more information about the show, or to see past episodes, or to see those cuts that never made it into the actual show itself, look at www.aroundakronwithbluegreen.com, or you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Until next time, thank you again for watching Around Akron with Blue Green.
slowly sinking in the time between blinking. The late night waves crash into morning. Sleepless nightmares are always forming, for they gather in mourning. Making stale revelations that define the end, and we're drained of elation, defy the night instead. It's all in my head. We hang on tight and keep believing, wait for messages, keep receiving, and to others deceiving.